Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Uh-huh. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought with it being such a unique thing that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. Things like that. And it's just a unique film of him.
He says, I beat you. He says, they say we came in under the dead heat. He says, that's not true because I beat you. And the American said, well, he says, if you like to think so, he says, but I know the real story. He says, I know I clearly won that one. See?
America's southern border has become a war zone. Human traffickers, drug smugglers, and terrorists flow across the Rio Grande with impunity, secure in the knowledge that no one will stop them. A distant federal government lectures Americans on their privilege while punishing overworked Border Patrol agents who were helpless to stem the tidal wave of invaders and determined migrants. Second-generation Cuban-American Marcos Zamora is a military vet, more patriotic than most Americans. No longer able to ignore the chaos at his doorstep, he acts. Joined by his best friend Gus, they hit the border every night, saving lives while stopping violent drug cartels and other opportunists. The government reacts with fury at Marcos' attempts to preserve American sovereignty, deploying the full might of their enforcement agencies. But Marcos understands that the only thing the rich and powerful fear is bad publicity, and he records every encounter. Whoever he is, this private American must be stopped. Illustrated by Richard Bonk and written by Eisner winner Mike Baron, Private American is his version of Captain America, and maybe a little Punisher, taking part in this ongoing, violent, and very real battle of good versus evil in the war for American sovereignty. Grab your copy at theprivateamerican.com.
We have a secure border, and that is a priority for our administration.
get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this to all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work.
The Madness Comic Network and Comic-Related Madness proudly presents Madness Open DrawStream, featuring The Richness and a variety of special guests. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube.
Okay. Bloody hell. Hey, man. At the stream. There he is. What's up?
I'm working. You're doing a draw stream.
Okay. How you doing, man? How goes? You're working. All right. And anybody wants to show up, by all means, come on in. I am drawing Yogi Berra. I am drawing all of the Hanna-Barbera characters. Let me see if I can get a little bit of music in here. Yeah. All right. Let me get over here. Got to make sure I got my reference. All right, here we go. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
How you doing, man?
Doing good. Hey, how you doing, guys?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling. What's up with you?
Doing good. My new campaign pre-launch sign-up dropped last night.
Yay. That's awesome, man.
Yep.
Do you want to share the link?
I will get it in just 1 second.
All right.
I'll put it in the back.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, give me 1 second. I don't know where it would be. Did you put it in the private?
Yeah, private chat.
I gotta find it. There it is. Okay, Indiegogo. All right. Yes. Click on that link. Click on this
I have a great team with me as well. I've got Gabriel Taib. I've got Peter Gilmore. I've got Shelby Robertson. I've got Joe Esmond. I've got who else do I have? Somebody else. Oh,
I don't know. What you got?
Dan Lawless is also involved. So quite a group working on it.
Excellent, man. I'm the only one working on this one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm actually doing all the artwork for the main book. They're doing all the stuff for the stretch goals.
Oh, nice, man.
So,
nice.
Yeah.
You have anything you want to? You want to join me and do some drawing a little bit here, man?
I'm not able to draw right now, but I can show you some stuff that I've got.
Sure.
Let me pull up this up real quick. I'll get over here to it. I'll share my screen with you.
I think you can. You should be able to.
So I just did. This is actually one of the trading cards. This is one of mine that I'm going to be having for the campaign.
Let's see if I can switch that. How do I switch that? I'm trying to make sure I get it. How do I do that?
There you go.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, how nice.
But yeah, this is the female vampire Mina. She is the wife of the Count.
Okay, cool.
She's in the book, and this is the Count. This is the other trading card I'll be doing.
Excellent. So you also do the interior art, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing the interior as well. So I've got 15 pages already drawn and inked. So going
How many more pages do you have?
We're doing 48 as a base, but if we hit a special stretch goal, we're going to go to 60.
All right, excellent.
And
when are you launching?
Well, right now is the sign up, but we're going to actually launch on February 1st. We're going to do a 60-day mail where you can sign up and everything like that. Now, when you sign up during this time period, you're going to get a special option of getting a special cover. That cover will only be available to those that pre-sign up. Nobody else is going to get that cover.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, here's another thing about this campaign that is completely different than all other Comicsgate, Indiegogo, comic book campaigns, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you going to be able to get this graphic novel, but you're going to be able to get all 3 of the novels.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So the novels are going to be involved. Now, I can tell you this already. The combined sales of all 3 novels have passed 40,000 copies.
40,000 copies.
Yeah. Since 2019, when I started the books, the first book dropped in August of 2020 to date. So I've got 3 novels out to date with audiobook, Kindle, iTunes, Google, everything. I have sold 40,000 copies.
Wow. That's impressive.
So, yeah. And just 2 weeks ago, I was the headline author for a horror convention here in DFW.
Nicely done.
So, yeah, this is looking really good to come out. We've gotten pretty good signups already. So, I mean, last night's stream was really good. Joe had a wonderful stream. We did it for about an hour. Picked up, I think, about 35 people signed up already. Just for that stream. And then I was over on who else's stream was I on today? I wasn't actually on the stream. I was just in the chat, but it was on what is it? The one who's doing Nosferatu.
Nicely done.
So I was on his. We picked up some more backers there. So it's picking up backers, for the sign up. So it's really doing good. I'd like to have about 500 signups before February 1st.
What was the most signups you had for your last campaign?
This is my first campaign.
Oh, good for you.
My novels were published through a publisher.
Ah, I get you. Okay.
So, but yeah, we're gonna, like I said, Dan Lawless already posted his trading card on Twitter, so that's already out in public. So, we're doing all that stuff. So it looks really good. The campaign looks really good. It's got a good story. It's not your typical vampire story.
What's so untypical about it?
Well, I'll explain. You know what royal families are, right? You know how they set up. You have the king, the prince, and then the younger brother's the count.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the titles. Well,
yeah.
This guy is the count. He is the younger brother of the ruler of the country. And his brother dies in battle. And he makes a blood oath to protect his brother's family, his own family, and the country. But right after he does that, he's cut down by an assassin from the back. So as he is dying, he makes a deal to become this vampire, to have the power to avenge what happened, to save the family, to save everything. He didn't do it for greed like Dracula did. He didn't do it for that. He did it as self-sacrifice.
Mm.
And not only that, but as this goes on, this is the precursor to the novels. And this leads into everything that falls into place for the next 500 years going in, and then you come into the novels. So this happens in late 1400s, early 1500s. And this is the story that starts everything. How he becomes the vampire, how his family falls into darkness and everything. And it takes 500 years to finish up everything.
Oh my goodness. How many issues is this going to go?
Well, the graphic novel, I can run the graphic novels, one shots them as long as I want to. I got 500 years to play with.
Oh, nice.
So I can do things. There's another story I'm planning on telling, and that is of another guy named Victor von Stein, and this is the main character of the novel's father. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling his story of when he was younger, when he served in the military, when he met his wife, all that stuff, and going through that, where he saw combat in the Middle East, in the 90s, Desert Storm, stuff like that.
All right.
So,
excellent.
But there's a whole lot of stuff that can be done with this. There's so much history, that 500-year history right there in Europe. I can just play with that anywhere I want to. I could do a World War II story where the truth is on him. When the Nazis came into the country, he went ballistic and went after them for taking the Jews out to kill them. And once he got involved, the Germans left the country, so he protected everybody. He kept his oath that he would protect everybody. And I think that'd be a good story too.
An alternate history, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Nicely done.
And a lot of the stuff I'm taking, when I designed my country, I actually kind of went and looked at Liechtenstein. Have you ever heard of that country?
What, Liechtenstein?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, of course.
And you know how that thing's set up and everything?
Not how it was set up. I know it's the smallest nation in Europe, unless there's another small nation now.
Nope, it's the smallest nation in Europe.
Okay.
But the way it's set up is it has a monarch to this day that still rules the country.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. He actually has...
I'm sorry?
He actually has the authority over anything that's passed in the country to veto.
Oh, wow.
And the thing about it is, he's actually the richest royal person in all of Europe.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's got more money than the British family combined.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
The British family has one hell of a reach.
Yeah, he's got...
about that?
Yeah, well, I saw it. I know exactly what they got. But he's worth about $8 billion.
Okay.
Now, the way he's got that country set up is he has a parliament, and they handle and the cities have their own parliaments that they handle everything. And any bill that comes out for vote and stuff, they send to him. If he okays it, it goes through. If he vetoes it, it stops.
Wow.
But
didn't know that.
But the annual GDP in Liechtenstein is $145,000.
That's the annual GDP of Liechtenstein?
Yeah, for each family. That's the average income.
Wow, that's quite a bit of money.
Yeah, that's why everybody likes him. He has a 96% approval rating.
Jesus.
So
Damn.
when I saw that model, what he was doing, I was like, oh, I can use this in the story.
Nicely done.
So yeah, but yeah, it's a good story. The original idea that I got from was from the Munsters.
How so?
Well, okay. Have you ever thought about doing the Munsters as a serious horror story?
No, I haven't. Why?
It doesn't work. It does not work. I tried. Believe me, I tried. But what I did was I took the premise of what would happen if you had these characters blank slate. So you have the vampire, you have his daughter, you have her husband, you have their child, and then you have the girl. That's the main group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's the vampire. You have to go through and figure out how he became the vampire first. What happened? Mm-hmm. Okay. How did his daughter end up becoming a vampire and their son becoming a werewolf? You have to figure that out. So I had to figure that out.
That's some more Povich stuff right there.
So what I ended up having to do was I decided to keep everybody in Europe.
Yeah.
Instead of bringing to the States, because there's no point in bringing them to the States.
Yeah.
So what I said was she was already married as a human to her husband. Okay. Nothing had happened to either one of them. But while she was pregnant, they were attacked by a werewolf.
Oh, man.
While she's dying, her father, who is a vampire at this point, steps in and saves her life, making her a vampire, but she still has the child as a werewolf. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And the husband ends up being part of another person becoming the monster.
Did not know that.
So what I ended up having to do was the original story was just going to follow the count, the vampire, and it didn't go very far because I was like, okay, this is not working. I got to do something. So what I did was I went back and looked at all the characters, and I discovered that the girl was a blank slate. I could do anything I wanted with her.
Okay.
So the first thing was how to get her over to them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because a college kid, that's not going to work. They're an adult. Yeah. They're not going to go anywhere. But a minor, that's a different story.
Uh-oh.
So how would you get the minor over to them? Kill her parents?
I don't know.
Assassinate her parents.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when you assassinate her parents, by court, she has to go to the nearest relatives, which happened to be this European family.
Mm-hmm.
So she ends up going over there, and then that's when all hell breaks loose. Because then you have the assassins that killed her parents want her dead.
Oh, Jesus.
Not only that, later on you find out that the one behind all this is another vampire who wants the entire family killed.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so that's the novels.
I had no idea. That's a very elaborate story.
Yeah. And it the thing I wanted to do was keep it like a classic, classic horror stories, like the Dracula from the 30s and Frankenstein from the 30s and stuff. I didn't want to do a Twilight thing. So,
well, thank God.
Yeah. Oh no, there's no. I mean, the girl gets her romance, her boyfriend and stuff like that. But when all hell breaks loose, my werewolves are very vicious. They're very monstrous. They don't play games, and there's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Same thing with the count. When he starts to fight, you're dead.
Uh-oh.
He's not going to play.
I guess not.
Well, and I had to sit there and think of, now I was a medic in the military, and I had to think of how would I do certain things? What would a werewolf actually do in a fight? Because they've got two weapons, claws, teeth. That means, that means claw. That means bite. And that's,
Yeah.
So when you have that motions, that's when you have to start writing out how they would fight. And the other thing that I looked at was how do wolves fight? How do they move as a pack? what do they do? And I use that also in how my werewolves work. I keep my werewolves when they go full wolf form, the monstrous form, they don't become stupid, mindless animals. They keep thinking straight. They have their human thinking. So they're very deadly. Once they get going, they're very deadly.
I'm sure they are.
So that's what I wanted to do with them. So, and then the other thing is, if you ever wrote horror, you know that you got to have two lists of people. Those that are going to live through it and those that are going to die.
Yeah.
The only thing is you got to place those people that die in the right place to continue the story. You've got to put it that way. If you just throw people in there to die, it doesn't work very well. So that's exactly what I did.
Okay.
And like I said, when it took off, it took off like a house of fire. I mean, at one point I was number 13 on the horror list.
You're kidding.
No, I was way up there.
Really? For this story?
Yeah, with the story. I mean, it really hit I had sales. I'll explain. When I signed with my publisher, they have a printing company that has global distribution. And what that means is, like, say, if I'm having books, like you're in England, right?
Yep.
Okay. You can go to the bookstore in England and find my novels.
All right.
And you can go anywhere in France to find my novels. You can go anywhere. You can go in and ask them, hey, do you have this book? If they say they don't have it, they can order it and it'll be there real quick.
Wow.
But, that's the reach I have. I have sales in New Zealand, Australia, all over Europe. I even had a couple of sales in Korea and Japan.
That's incredible.
So I'm very happy. And like I said, with this new campaign, it's going to be, with this new campaign, I get to go back to the comic book field. I get to go back drawing comic books again. And, it's been a long time since I did that. Last thing I did was probably 97.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I started out back in 94 with Kelsey Shannon. And Kelsey Shannon.
Who's that?
He's a comic book artist that worked for DC and Marvel. He's a great colorist and everything right now.
Never heard of him. I'm sure he's been around. I believe you.
Yeah, he's been around, but he's been around a long time. He's doing stuff for Ethan Van Sciver right now.
Oh, good for him.
And he's also got his own book out called Noah Saga, which is going to be shipped here pretty soon too.
Excellent.
So it looks really good. But we started out that way. He went on to work with the Ortiz brothers on Arachnus, and I took off and went to Japan to draw T-shirts for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Nicely done.
So I stayed over in Japan until 2001. But I didn't get into I didn't come back into the comic book field probably till 2 years ago when I started just drawing.
Well, what made you want to come back to working on comics?
My hand had healed.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, in 2015, I broke my hand, my drawing hand, and not the fingers, but the actual part of the palm.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So I could not draw. My hand was shaking like I had Parkinson's disease. And so it wasn't until I ran into Brian Wynn, and he convinced me to pick up the pencil. He was like, "Dude, you just got to try it," because I was real hesitant about it. Mm-hmm. And so I just wanted to see if I could sketch something, and I started sketching, and my hand felt good. There was no shaking in my hand. I was like, okay, I can start drawing again. I can start doing things again. And so what I did was I got out my old. I have something that I got back in 1988. I have 8 pieces of paper that Jim Lee drew for me on body anatomy. They're not signed, but they're actually his. I got them in 1988 at a con that he was at. And I've used those ever since to work on my figure drawing and my body drawings and everything.
Oh, really?
I went back in and I started.
You're self-taught and you didn't take any classes or anything like that?
No, I've never taken. The only classes I've taken was architectural design and general drafting.
Okay.
When I was in high school, my goal was to work for Skunk Works.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I wanted to work. I wanted to go design the next F-15. Basically, I wanted to design the F-22 before it was actually put on the boards. I wanted to design the next fighter jet. I wanted that stuff. So I did that for all the time I was in high school. I mean, I won the state championship 3 times in architecture, in general drafting and architectural design.
Excellent.
So I was really good at it. And I saw Jim Lee's Alpha Flights in '88, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to try to draw this." The problem was I was terrible at it. I didn't know anything about body anatomy. I didn't know anything about that stuff. So I went up to see my cousins in New York, and we went to New York Comic Con, and that's where I met Jim for the first time. And I showed him my stuff, which is my architectural stuff, and I showed him how bad my people drawings was. And I was like, "How do I fix this?" I actually, we talked, and this is before he was famous, so nobody was at his table. There wasn't a line or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so he took about 20 minutes, and he was doing sketches. He was like, "This is what you need to do, spinal cord lineup, chest, how to draw the chest, how to draw the pelvis, how to line up this in your head, and how you angle everything." So I've got 8 sheets of paper that I still have to this day that I go through every, when I need to do something for a refresher course, I go back and look at those pieces of paper. And, having them really helped. So, and what happened was I went off to the Army, became a combat medic. So I really got to see real body anatomy. I got to see everything about a body. I know, your muscles, there's certain little things in your hands that a lot of people don't know about, So all this stuff added up to my drawing abilities back then. So I got some work. It wasn't great because everybody in the kitchen sink was getting hired. But, now I'm here now my novels are making me really good money. And I'm going back into the comic book.
Good for you, man.
So, yeah, older and wiser.
Yep. That's awesome.
But yeah, like I said, it was a great time. Really, really loved it. 90s were the best time for comic books and comic book conventions.
Okay.
Well, for the conventions. I know.
Terrible for the industry.
Well, the early 90s. I'm not going to go past 97.
The remaining 90s were terrible because
Yeah,
Marvel almost went bankrupt.
Yeah, I know about after 97, everything fell apart.
I was working in Marvel when that happened.
Yeah. Well, I heard you that one night you were talking about that. The thing was, I missed that because I went to Japan. And I got over there and...
Excuse me. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Well, see, when that all went down, I was over in Japan. So, in 97, when it all started crashing, I got that contract to go work in Japan. So I went to Japan. I didn't come back to 2001. So
that was still a not so great time either.
Yeah. Well, when I came back, I wasn't really that big into the comic book scene. I had lost connections and stuff like that. I was still doing stuff for New Japan, but I was doing it here in the States. And I was doing stuff for some other companies too. So, it was where the money was. You would go where the money was, and the money was what I was doing. I was able to buy a house, sports cars, motorcycle, the whole thing. So
awesome.
But that was a good time. But like I said, I had a good time. And now
I'm glad you succeeded with all that stuff. I'm happy for you.
But now I think the independent market is so much better now than it was back then.
Well, what makes you say that?
There's no way to advertise back then. If you didn't do mailers and stuff and cons, you couldn't advertise. There was no YouTube. There's no email. There's no Twitter. There was nothing.
That is true.
There was no way to really crowdfund unless you just got your friends around you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the big difference. When I saw, because mine was talking about doing independence. I was like, dude, independence suck. You got to go get your friends and family to help you. If you ain't got the money, you got to print books out of your pocket and all that stuff. He was like, "Oh no, it's all changed." I was like, "What do you mean?" He had to explain it to me. And I was like, "Oh, okay." But the old way back, back in the early 90s when you're trying to do stuff, it just did not work.
Yeah, it's hard to do. It was the color printing was expensive. A lot of those indie books were black and white.
Well, yeah, the place to go around here was Brenner. Brenner Printing down in San Antonio was where everybody went. Even in our
I don't even know what printing we had up here in New York.
And Anarch Press is is actually right next door to Brenner Printing. They actually use Brenner Printing, even to this day. So, But I would say I would say Anarch Press is the poster child for the successful independent publishing company because they've been around for so long. I think they've been around now 30 years, maybe a little bit longer. I think they actually were going before Image came out.
Okay, cool. So you don't have anything to draw with you right now?
No, I don't. I actually fixing to have to go eat lunch, so I'm gonna. But I do thank you for having me on.
Yeah, sure, man.
So I will be departing. Thanks, Pops. Thank you for having me on. Richness, good to see you again.
Yep. See you later, man.
Maybe next time I'll be able to draw with you.
Next time you're on the DrawStream, yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Catch you guys later.
All right. Well, okay then. Back to music. Okay, where am I going to go with this one? I do not know. How is everybody out there? Whoever's there, I know this is a really, really quick announcement for a DrawStream, but I figured why the hell not? I'm just going to do it for a little while, and that should be it. Royalty-free rock music. Rock music. Woo, woo, woo. Give me a sec. Old Cat, if you want to join us, because I'm going to do this for a little while longer. Look how. God, I used to watch these guys religiously when I was a kid, like immediately all the time. Here we are. Yeah, today I had a lot of fun in class today. One of my students drew me. It was so much fun. And she was bored and she was like, I didn't want to do anything, so I drew you. And I'm like, oh my God, I'll show that one later. I'm gonna post that drawing later, and that was so awesome. I was like, whoa, that was so dope. Join Rich if you dare. Yeah, that's right. Don't be such a bunch of pussies.
I dare.
Oh boy, here he is.
How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
I'm watching you turn my beloved cartoon characters into ravenous, rabid creatures.
Yes. 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 They are the barbarians.
Is that a hippo hurricane holler?
What happened?
Is that a hippo hurricane holler happening there?
It's Peter Potamus, man.
Yeah. I see him in Megillah.
Yep, Megillah and Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Yes.
Baba Louie and Peter Potamus and So-So, and you have Quickstraw McGraw, and you have Mr. Peebles right up here as like the mentor who sees everything. He's the Professor X of the group.
Oh, okay. Was Ricochet Rabbit Hanna-Barbera?
Yes, that's right. Ricochet Rabbit, where the fuck is he? Oh my God, I forgot about him.
Sheriff Bing Bing Bing.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Oh, damn it. Ricochet Rabbit, where the fuck is that guy? Ricochet Rabbit.
Be like the Flash of the group, wouldn't he?
He is the Flash. He was the Flash of the group. That's right. Damn it. That's Ricochet Rabbit. Oh, he was the shooter. Did he run really fast? I don't think he ran really fast.
Oh yeah, he ran really fast and bounced off things. He'd ricochet off the boulders.
Oh man, great! Now I got to figure out where I'm going to put him. I'll figure it out later. I'll add him later. I got El Kabong, so I'm good. How's it going?
Doing all right, man. You know what? One of the best things DC did in the last 5 years or 10 years was when they did that Hanna-Barbera Future Tense series of books.
Wait a minute. I think I saw some of those things. What were they?
That was the Hanna-Barbera characters, all of them, as though they all inhabited the same universe. And that included Johnny Quest,
oh my
the
God,
Impossibles, and Frankenstein Jr.
Woo!
And Birdman.
Oh my God.
And it was like all one big crisis crossover adventure. It was fantastic.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, how did I miss that? Excuse me. How the hell did I miss that? Damn it. That's what happens when you're not in comics anymore. Man,
it was called Future Quest because it was the Johnny Quest story driving it.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Oh man. Now I wish I saw it. I might have heard of it somewhere. I'm not sure, but damn it.
I wonder if they ever compiled it into an omnibus or something.
Oh, I don't know. If they did, they should have. If they didn't,
they very well should have.
Oh man.
It looks like they did. They put it in 2 volumes. Volume 1 and Volume 2, because they're like oh, shit, you can get the paperback for $8 off Amazon.
Holy shit. That's not much.
No, second paperback $17, so that's weird.
Oh man.
But yeah, Jeff Parker wrote it, and Doc Evan Shaner did all the art.
That's awesome.
I'm looking at the cover now. Yeah, they had a fucking Space Ghost was in there.
Oh man, why didn't I see that?
Herculoids were in there. Jeez.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh my God.
And all of it played straight and drawn in the same style. So, an anthropomorphic animal looked like he would sit in the same world with Johnny Quest.
Dude, that's crazy. Oh my God. Now I wish I saw that.
Putting that in my damn cart.
Well, check that out. What do you think, dude?
I'm loving it, man. That is fantastic. They're not so cutesy anymore.
No, they're not. They're all deadly motherfuckers.
I've been watching old Hanna-Barbera today, and I was like, this is an old Hanna-Barbera show that nobody would remember.
Oh, which one would that be?
The Amazing Chan and the Chan Clan.
I remember them. Yeah. God, that was
Amazing Chan and the Chan Clan.
Jodie Foster was one of the voices of the kids.
What? Oh my God, I had no idea.
Yeah, she was the tomboy.
Holy shit, I had no idea.
But here's the real thing that'll crack you up. The guy who voiced Charlie Chan.
Oh, Marty Ingalls, I think.
No, Key Luke.
Oh shit! They actually
number one son.
An Asian actor's voice. Holy shit!
Yeah, they
oh my God, they were
got
miles.
Number one son from the original Charlie Chan movies to play Charlie Chan.
Holy shit, that's crazy! I had no I forgot. I had no idea. Oh man, that's awesome. It's a hell of a lot.
I was looking him up to see what else he had done. He's been all over the place. He was freaking Brack on Space Ghost, and Master Po on Kung Fu.
Holy shit!
And then you remember the old man in Gremlins that sold the Mogwai?
No, it's been a long time since I've seen that. Oh my God. He was the one who sold the Gremlins. Okay.
Well, yeah, he was one who didn't want to sell them, but his grandson did.
Oh Jesus!
And he had to come across the universe, the world, to get him back. Is that Huckleberry Hound on his shoulder?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
It's Huckleberry Hound on his shoulder. And all the new, these are the, you know who they are? I call them the barbarians.
I love it because they're from Barbera. This is a just for fun one, though, isn't it? I mean, you can't really do anything with it.
I just wanted to. I had nothing else to do today. I was bored. I was just like, man, I really don't feel like doing anything at this point. So I'm just gonna let me see what I could do with this. And there it is. Just decided to just draw it, and here I am.
Well, I already know who they're fighting. They're charging the bad guys. I already know who it's got to be.
Oh God, who would it be? Would it be Dick Dastardly and Muttley or something like that?
Nah, too obvious. Make it more fun.
Too obvious.
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4.
The banana splits. Oh my God! Yeah, one of them. They all have like the Infinity Stones or some shit. Now they're trying to stop it.
Yes.
Here, let's go get them.
They're being led
Peter,
by.
use your sonic scream. And then like everything is destroyed. Dude, that's so
Snagglepuss.
awesome. Oh man, love it. Man, now I'm inspired to do one that's going to be with a little bit more detail on that one next time. I think I'll do that for the DrawStream. I'll make one that's going to be a lot more involved. Like I got to make sure that I line up all the characters and everything, like they're all charging, like a George Perez drawing or something like that.
Yes.
Every superhero you could possibly think of.
Well, if you want to do that, then you want if you're gonna go for that quantity, do the homage to the Death of Supergirl cover.
No, well, who would die? I mean, who would be?
Yogi could be holding Boo Boo.
No. The only one that I would feel bad for is Penelope Pitstop.
Oh well, yeah.
That would maybe I'll have Yogi holding Boo Boo. That's an idea, but there's not that many. I don't think there's that many Hanna-Barbera cartoons characters. At least I don't think so.
Oh, dude.
Hey,
I mean,
Phil, man, what's up? Phil, come on, join us. Get on here, man. I haven't seen you in a while. If he wants to. I
remember Hanna-Barbera spans all the way from the Stone Age to the far future, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh
man, yeah, I got to draw the Jetsons too. Oh my God. The Hellhounds would be Huckleberry Hound, Astro, Augie Doggy, and his son.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what was his son's name?
Augie Doggy was the son. Doggy Daddy was the.
Oh, Doggy Daddy, that's right. What's up, Phil?
Wubba dubba dub dub. What's up, Pickle Rick?
What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, RJ?
Doing all right, man. How you doing?
Oh, doing. What you got going on there, Rich?
I am drawing the Hanna-Barbera characters as like the barbarians. They're gonna stop the. Who are they again? The Banana Bunch.
The Banana Splits.
The Hair Bear Bunch, man.
Splits. They're gonna stop the Banana Splits from.
The Banana Splits and the Hair Bear Bunch had teamed together and did some devious deeds, man.
That's right. The Banana Splits and the Hair Bear Bunch are gonna join to split all the life in the known universe by using all of the Infinity Stones.
And you got Captain Caveman and Adamant.
Oh my God! How the fuck
man? And the Teen Angels.
Yeah.
Oh God, you guys are dredging up all the old member berries, man.
Remember Blabbermouse?
And
Barely.
Kinda. Hong Kong Phooey.
That's a deep cut.
Oh, definitely Hong Kong Phooey.
Grape Ape.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw. I was just going to say that. You beat me to it.
Jabberjaw.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my
No
God.
respect.
Oh, my God.
Let's see. Frankenstein Jr.
That's crazy.
Remember Frankenstein Jr.?
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember Frankenstein Jr.
The Three Musketeers, Yippee, Yappy, and Yahui.
Oh my God!
Why
What
that
the
sounds
hell,
familiar,
man?
but I cannot place it offhand.
Oh man, I remember them. Yippee yeah. Oh my God! Ah,
Yeah, I
I
remember.
haven't heard them in a long time.
I heard you talking about Johnny Quest, man. I'd watched a cool documentary on that. I think you can find on YouTube. It's very long, and it's like the whole history of the creation and production of the whole show.
Oh my God!
Like talking about Doug Wildey and all that stuff to do with it, man. It was really cool.
The coolest part of that whole trailer was like the spider eye.
The spider eye, yeah.
Yeah, it just walked around. It was like this big eye on these really big daddy long legs and just shot lasers for no apparent reason other than the fact that it could shoot lasers. That was so dope.
What I really loved is that, and there was some like the Sargasso Sea one where they homaged it in the Venture Brothers.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Hell, they even homaged. Well, I don't know if you call it homage the way they made Johnny Quest in that show.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
And then, you know, when Hanna-Barbera was like really scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to do stuff, they mashed up genres and teamed up characters, and you had Casper and the Space Angels.
God, I gotta remember Space Angels.
You know what I remember? Oh my God! You know what I remember? I remember the Harlem Globetrotters. They turned into the Impossibles.
Oh, the Super Globetrotters! Yes,
Super
the one had like Curly, the bald-headed one, would turn into a basketball.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh my God! I totally forgot that stuff.
And then the tall one had like the one with the huge fro. He would like reach into it and pull out whatever tools they needed.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
At first, when you said Globetrotters, I thought you were going to say when they showed up on Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
well, they had two series. They had the regular series where they traveled in a van with Granny.
That's right, they did.
And then they had the one where they'd turn into superheroes.
That's right. Hold it in the. Let's see, the one they traveled. Wasn't there a goofy dog they had with them too?
Yes, there was.
They always had a fucking goofy dog in one of those cartoons or something, man.
Yeah. They're like, goofy dogs work forever in our shows, so you got to throw one in.
You had
there.
Clue Club, so we brought in Whooper and Whimper.
Clue Club, yeah.
I can't believe you're saying Clue Club.
Clue Club. I used to love Clue Club. I wanted to be a detective when I was a little kid watching that.
Oh, Blue Falcon and Dynamite, man. There's another one for you.
Wasn't there Jenny Tartakovsky brought back Blue Falcon and Dynamite, and then Dynamite all of a sudden became like the T-1000 or some shit.
Oh yeah, like when they were doing some of those weird one-offs on for Cartoon
yeah, those were
Network
so dope because all of a sudden Dynamite became like RoboCop or something like that. It was fucking amazing.
They did a twisted one like that too with Yogi Bear and Boo Boo, man.
And what happened with that one? Was that one when he was like Savage or some shit like that?
Yeah, Boo Boo Goes Wild or something like that. I believe that was a John Kay. I think that's when John Kay did a thing or two for him for just a one.
Christ.
Can you imagine doing a mashup right now between Yogi and Boo Boo and Cocaine Bear?
What is Cocaine Bear?
Oh my God.
Oh, you haven't seen the trailer for Cocaine Bear?
I think I've heard about this.
There's a movie coming out this February called Cocaine Bear, and it's basically this drug lord was escaping, and he was on a plane, and he had to abandon the cargo. This is based on a true story.
That's what I remember hearing about it. And I'm like, what, a real bear on coke? Okay, that sounds scary.
Yeah. So instead of the real story where they found a dead bear and it's because the bear had eaten God knows how much cocaine, the bear just simply goes berserk and is on the hunt for more coke.
Jeez.
And there's plenty of it around because there's like kilos of it in the area that got
holy shit.
So what, they're making this like a comedy, I take it?
It's one of those war comedies. I mean, there's a scene in the trailer where there's a kid up in one tree and some like a Jack Black character up in the other tree, and the kid's like, "You're okay. Bears can't climb trees." He's like, "They totally can climb trees." And about that time, there's a kilo of coke above him in the tree that falls out of the branches and lands on him and covers him. And the bear was up the kid's tree, and he stops and he sniffs and he runs right up the other one. It's hilarious.
Oh my God. Oh, that's horrible. But that's so damn funny.
We could do a Yogi Boo Boo. I don't think you need any more cocaine. The ranger wouldn't like that, Yogi.
Well, fuck
No,
the ranger.
fuck the ranger.
Hey, Boo Boo, I think you did just one too many lines there, little buddy.
Oh my God, that's
Look
horrible.
what I found in this picnic basket.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my
It's a
God.
kilo.
Holy shit.
Oh, and talk about products with limited lifespan. Remember the CB bears?
Here comes
Vaguely.
Mr. Ranger,
Oh, I
Yogi.
remember them vaguely, man.
And with Hanna-Barbera trying to cash in on the whole CB radio craze.
Oh,
Here
God.
comes Mr. Ranger, Yogi.
I remember that now. I remember it, yeah.
So we mentioned cocaine and Pop showed up for a minute.
That's fucked up. Oh my God.
That was a pretty good boo-boo, though.
I have to see that now. Now I have to see that. Oh my God. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
The only thing I've seen lately is I watched that the Fablemans movie. That was pretty cool, man. The one
I'm
that
kind
was
of
like the
intrigued by that.
semi-autobiographical biography Spielberg thing.
You know, every Saturday morning cartoon that Hanna-Barbera did, they couldn't just be a bunch of teens that did a thing. They had to be a bunch of teens that were also a rock and roll group.
Of course.
Oh yeah, of course. They were always a rock and roll group.
Like there was Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids.
Oh God.
Then of course when you talk music you had Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh,
And the Archies. The Archies always had to have a song thrown in there.
I got a Josie and the Pussycats trivia question for you guys.
1 second. 1 second. Let me put my
1 second.
earbuds in.
He's pulling up Google right now.
Okay, what's the question?
Okay, so Josie and the Pussycats had two sets of voice actors, right? They had the ones that were talking, and then they had the ones that would do the singing. It's always the same girls who were doing the singing too.
Okay.
So Jackie Josephs did the voice for Melody Valentine, the ditzy-headed blonde drummer.
Yeah.
But Melody also had a singing voice.
Okay.
Do you know who it was?
Christy
It was her
McVie.
first professional job.
Mariah Carey? No. Stevie Nicks?
Cheryl Ladd.
What?
Oh, wow. I remember her, kinda.
Way before Charlie's Angels.
Oh, wow. Oh, she was hot, man. All those
Oh,
Charlie's
yeah.
Angels were hot back then. They're definitely hotter than the ones that were around now.
Yeah.
You know? The new incantation of the Charlie's Angels with Kristen Stewart.
Oh, that one? I barely
That
even
one
remember. That was not a
sucked.
memorable at all. It must not have been too good.
Sucked. It was so sucked. It was so like, we could do everything better than men. And it's like, oh, can you smile, bitch? Like, shut up.
No.
Can you emote? Can you act? God. She'd be better playing a non-lesbian lesbian. That's who she would be. Yeah, I'm definitely offensive when it comes to idiots like that. It's like, what was the director? What's the name? Who was the director of that crap festival?
I can't remember.
It's been too long ago, and it
obscure
wasn't
blonde
very
who was
good.
like in a
So.
bunch of. I think she was in a few Judd Apatow movies or something like that. Fuck was that? She was in a Notebook. She was like the lesser known of the girls that had a first name with the letter A. I forgot who it was. I don't know. I'll just call her Ass. because her movies sucked.
Wait, she directed Charlie's Angels, right?
Yeah, she did. She's a dope. She was
Well,
like, the reason why no one wants to go see it is because not enough men wanted to see it or something.
Let's
Oh
see.
my
There was
God.
Elizabeth Banks, and then there
That's
was
her.
McGee.
That's
Okay.
her. I thought that there's her. There's her. I'm sorry. Her name begins with an E. Doesn't make a difference. She still sucks.
there's some trivia for you. What was
What?
what did Cheryl Ladd go by when she did Josie and the Pussycats?
Linda Lovelace.
Sherry Moore.
Sherry
Yeah,
Moore?
Sherry
That's her
Moore.
birth name, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that her
Well,
actual name?
Moore. Her last name was Stopplemore, but I think she just kind of shortened it for when she got into the business. I'm just skimming through Wikipedia. I'm cheating.
God damn.
Oh, there's the one we're talking about, the Archies. Ah, honey, honey.
Yeah, these characters, these cartoon groups were getting top 10 songs on the radio.
Yeah. That's what was crazy about it. Yeah.
They remember the Groovy Ghoulies?
Holy crap.
I
I
remember the
used to
fucking
love
Ghoulie
watching
Groovies,
Groovy
man.
Ghoulies, man.
Yeah,
Love
and they
the
had
Ghoulie
Chicka
Groovies. That
Boom,
shit was
Chicka
dope.
Boom. Don't you just love it?
Yeah.
I talked with Lou Scheimer in an interview.
Really?
Oh yeah. I talked with him
Oh
on the
my
phone for about an hour.
God.
And
Wow.
it's on my channel. You can dig back and find it. I
Dude,
recorded
I
the audio and
have
released it.
to. Oh my God, I have to.
But
Lou Scheimer.
he was talking about the Groovy Ghoulies, and he's like, "You're not from Britain, are you?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, because we found out too late that Ghoulies meant something else overseas."
Oh, I forgot. What does ghoulie means over in the United Kingdom?
Bollocks.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. Well,
It was slang, so I was
everything
like,
over there is a sexual innuendo.
yeah.
Everything in the UK is one form or another a sexual innuendo. But if an American says it, it's like, oh, he's disgusting.
Okay, what else did the Josie and the Pussycat Band? What a couple of the girls. What other series did they sing the theme song of?
Well, let's see. They went into outer space.
Roadrunner.
They sang Roadrunner.
Yeah, Roadrunner. That's
The
what it
coyotes
says.
after you.
Roadrunner. If he catches you, you're through. Yeah.
Coyote's really a great big clown.
Me.
I remember, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
When will he learn that he never can mow him down?
God.
Yeah,
You know
I know the whole song.
My favorite entry song for any cartoon was the Garfield song. We're ready to party. We're ready. Boom, boom. I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. Boom, boom.
Oh, jeez.
Garfield. Don't remember the series. I just remember the couple specials they had.
Yeah, there were a couple of specials. That was
Halloween
Jim
special
Davis
and
before
something.
Yeah.
Well,
That's when he decided to become like Jim Davis, the marketing specialist, instead of the cartoonist.
Yeah, and they had Lorenzo Music.
That's right. Lorenzo Music was the original voice of Garfield.
Yeah, and he sounded more like Bill Murray than Bill Murray.
I know, right? I love. Yeah, Lorenzo Music had one of the most recognizable voices in cartoons, easily.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you think of the Barbarians?
I'm loving it. You needed a bigger sheet of paper so you could get so many more characters, because we're thinking of all the ones that aren't there now.
Barbarians. God, that you need Thundar in the background, man.
Well, that was Ruby Spears. That wasn't
okay.
Yeah, you know who did the initial production work for Thundar?
Oh, God.
Alex Toth.
Alex Toth took over.
Oh, that's why they look better.
Yeah.
Didn't he do a bunch of the concept work for it?
Yeah, he took it over from Jack Kirby.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Numpty's here. Hello, Numpty. Captain Caveman. And I love the teenagers were hot. The teenagers were like, like one of those like MILF stepsister porns ready to happen.
Yes.
Hey, Numpty, welcome to the madness.
Yeah,
But,
Numpty.
you know, every teenage every I almost said every teenage girl. I'm 55 years old now. So every young lady that
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera put out for us when we were kids,
Uh-huh.
all of them just wanted though to be Daphne Blake.
Well, Daphne's a hoe. Daphne's like that. Daphne's the one that like gets all the dudes and everything, and she's already had a train run on her, so I don't give a shit about her.
Pops is going for Wilma.
Well, of course he'd go for fucking Wilma.
Yeah.
Pops is like 1,000 years old, and Wilma looked like she was 1,000 years old. The first
Pebbles
hot
was a little
redhead.
hottie when she grew up.
Well, I know Pebbles when she was a teenager going to college was the hot one. I was like, oh yeah.
Sally's,
Let me bam
Sally's
that
brother
little.
doing the voice.
Oh my god.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
that
that one. Wowsy, wowsy, woo, woo.
No.
Oh, Schleplock.
Bad luck, schlepper.
Bad luck,
Schleplock.
Schleplock.
Bad luck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jane Jetson was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Jane Jetson was hot. I'd nail her. I'd nail Rosie first, though.
Rosie's got
Well,
a
see, I
man.
didn't catch the one in the corner. Hey, quick straw.
Hey, quick straw.
Hey there, Bubbaloo.
Oh God, no.
You know what you can do.
Come on. Come on.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
dude.
Look at this. It's
Since
like
you've got Mr. Peebles in the back, like the Professor X thing, and this is your
Oh yeah,
X-Men
yeah. I
tribute.
gotta finish that up. Holy fuck. That's right.
Okay, so this is your X-Men tribute. The rest of
Kind
them
of.
you could have like an Avengers tribute with more of the characters.
Well, what I have to do is I'm gonna be because now I'm inspired because I want to make sure I do it right next time. So what I'm probably gonna do, excuse me, what I'll probably do is I'll probably take 2 of these big old sheets or something and tape them together, and then figure out how I'm gonna lay out the whole thing, and then I'll just drop it all in there, and it's gonna be like the most magnificent cartoon stuff that I've ever done in my fucking life. It's gonna be so dope. And I'm going to draw that during the DrawStream, so that's going to be some crazy shit.
Yeah. Remember? Well, but I don't know what issue it was. There was that Avengers cover where they're all sitting around this table, and Henry Gyrich is walking in and says, "Hey, 7 of you will be done will still be here when I'm done. The rest of you are done. You're out."
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I forgot which one that was though. I remember that. Was George Perez the artist on that one, or was someone else the artist?
Oh
on
yeah, it was Perez.
Oh, it was Perez? Oh Jesus. Was he the one that also did the David Letterman one?
I don't think he did the David Letterman one.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who did. Excuse me.
That was the West Coast Avengers, wasn't it?
Maybe. I don't know if I remember.
It was definitely the Avengers. Okay.
It's definitely the Avengers. I don't know if it's the West Coast Avengers. Oh wait, no, it was the Avengers because Beast was on the thing. Beast was on the cover.
Yep.
Check that out. Yeah.
I'm waiting to see what they do with that X-Men 97.
I have no idea what they're going to do with the X-Men 97.
Might be cool.
Excuse me. Jesus, man. You get one cough and all of a sudden it just doesn't stop. And no, I don't have any fucking COVID. I must have went to the gym and I don't think I toweled off enough.
You're smoking the devil's cabbage, man.
That's right.
I've got my window open because I don't have a choice. There's no glass in it. I've got it uncovered.
Oh, really?
So it's like 50 degrees outside, but it's been like 20 degrees outside and I've had it open. And I put my bird feeder right outside it. So I actually had a bird fly into my room the other day, looked at me and flew right back out. Yeah.
Over there across the pond, what kind of weather do you get right now, Rich?
It's pretty moderate. It's not all that bad.
So when is your winter time?
For like a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. So you're still like in the fall phase then?
You could say that. Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, okay. Cover was done by Al Milgram and Joe Sinnott.
What? That's crazy. Oh my God.
It was Assistant Editors Month.
Oh Jesus, I remember that. That's crazy. I remember Assistant Editors Month. Well, Assistant Editors Month. Holy shit! Assistant Editors Month. Was that the one where John Byrne was kidnapped by the Watcher, and then he went to see the trial of Reed Richards? Was that the one?
Maybe. Trial of Reed Richards was a serious thing, though.
It was a serious thing. I remember. I had that issue. It was pretty fucking awesome.
That's where they determined that Galactus was a force of nature.
Yeah, instead of evil. Yeah, he was a force of nature instead of evil. Because Reed Richards saved Galactus's life. And as a result of him saving Galactus's life, he consumed the Skrull throne world, pretty much destroying the Skrull Empire. That was awesome, though, how he just did it. How he just showed up, and he's like, well, all right. That was like 10 billion Skrulls wiped out in like less than a minute. It's like, oh, too bad. Haha. Oh, well.
Sucks to be you.
Sucks to be you, you ugly green bastards. Oh, man. Woo. All right. I'm going to turn this camera off, and I'm going to put my face on because I'm tired of drawing. Man, I have not had my drawing legs for a while. I'm actually not so keen about it. Just give me a sec. Yep, here I am.
Oh, God.
I know, right? Go fuck yourself. Oh, man. So, yeah, I'm going to take a snapshot of that shit, and I'll just post it. Dude, one of my students in my class, we were working on a storyboard camera angles and stuff. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're going to love this one. She decided to draw a portrait of me, and I have it saved, and I'm going to post it a little bit later. Let's see if I can get everybody on this thing. Let me see your beautiful faces, you ugly bastards.
Do I gotta?
You don't have to.
Oops. Shit in the way.
There I am.
Oh, man.
Okay, for the brief second. One brief minute.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, God, it's that guy. God, you scared me, man.
No nudity happening here. Got everything covered up. Okay.
Oh,
it's December. I'll officially wear this hat. Hey, good looking shirt, man.
I like that.
Product placement.
I know, right?
I got some magnets in the mail today.
What'd you get?
Joe.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Another one of those things where Sticker Mule said, hey, 50 magnets for, a donut and a cigarette butt. And I'm like, got that laying around here somewhere.
Keep it away from your hard drive, man.
Oh, my God.
Does that even affect them anymore? Aren't they all like
I
solid
don't
state?
know, but I sure don't want to test it. Maybe not. Maybe
what time of year it is.
Mechanical hard drive. I don't know. Probably still would. Solid state. I don't know. I have no clue.
I've had solid state USB sticks go through the washer and dryer twice and not lose anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've got three kinds of birds that come to this feeder that I stuck on the other side of the glass, and then they come through the open glass window and sit on the perch because I put seed there. I'm like, I'll put seed here, and a bird will come through here. I know it will, but I do it anyway, even though I'm inviting chaos. Because if a bird actually gets in here, a shitstorm if he can't find his way out. But the bird that did come in, he beat his head against the wall 2 times before he found where the window was.
It's not supposed to be a maze, RJ.
It's a straight in and out. It's not a problem. But I have a white-breasted nuthatch. I have Carolina chickadees, and you'll love this. I have tufted tits.
I do too, especially when it gets cold out.
Yeah. That's what they are. I'm like, seriously?
Now a lesbian.
Oh.
No. Why not? I'm okay with it.
I think my neighbor just lit up because one thing we don't have around here is skunks.
Oh my God. We don't have any skunks here. We don't have any, we barely have any squirrels here.
Oh,
we
no,
really don't have
squirrels,
that many small arboreal creatures here, to be honest with you. Not really.
And not
We
one
have foxes.
I've got squirrels, I've got raccoons, I've got deer. They all come to the same feeder that I put out there.
Oh my God, that must be so wonderful.
It's kind of cool getting the young bucks popping up here now. Get some 5-pointers out there. We live. I mean, they're in people's front yard just grazing. We're living in a nature
Every day.
reserve kind of area. No one can shoot them.
Every day they're in our front yard. Look, we have trees that look like big old dildos because the deer come and eat all the lower level of the tree and leave a big old head on top that they can't reach.
Holy shit!
I'm not
Leave
lying.
it to
I
you
can
to
take
spot
pictures
something
right
like
now,
that.
Yeah, well, why are you spotting like dildos like almost immediately, man?
Dude,
That's
like
what
the
it's
whole
up
row of trees on the side of our house looks like a bunch of fucking dildos.
God,
No,
dildos
I
and
think
blowing
you've been planting too many of those.
transformers and
Yeah, you're
rough
planting
neighborhood,
many
yo.
of those. Oh, Velma's a lesbian. Yeah, she is a lesbian. Yeah.
She swings both ways.
Hangs out with
Yeah, she
Daphne.
swings
Of
both
course,
ways.
she's a lesbian.
Well, actually, she hangs around Shaggy, and I'll bet Shaggy's swinging.
Eh.
I'll bet Shaggy's the tall,
Shaggy's a
lanky guy.
lesbian
He's
too.
like the-
Zoink, Scoob.
I think personally, what was it, Shaggy? He's kind of like the Pete Davidson of like the 1970s. You know, he's scrawny, he's skinny, he's tall, and he has like a horse penis or some shit like that. So it's like he's swinging back and forth. Shaggy is the king of lesbians. He sure is, man.
No, they're hanging out with Shaggy because he's got the good weed.
He's snacking all the time.
He's got the good weed. He's got the good D because that's why Velma was with him, and she was a lesbian up until she met Shaggy and stuff like that. So yeah. That's why Daphne was always with Fred because Fred was always able to be controlled. He's a bitch. Fred's a bitch. Come on, he wears an
know that
ascot,
those.
for fuck's sake.
You know that Scooby snacks are nothing more than
Edibles.
small cut
They're
brownies.
edibles. They're edibles.
They're edibles.
They're edibles. Yeah.
Why do you think they fiend for him so much?
Eric Boyd, dildo trees and lesbian cartoon characters. Yeah, lesbian cartoon characters, man. You can't beat that. You can't beat lesbian cartoon characters.
Oh, see, now there's your next drawing, Rich. If you want to do the Hanna-Barbera, just take all the just take all the Hanna-Barbera chicks and
and have them like scissoring each other.
You have them put them in a big old scissor.
Oh, you know, we should do a kaleidoscope of scissoring with all of them like scissoring each.
Oh God, Rich is going to make more glurp drawings, man.
I should do that. That's awesome. That's got to be like a late night draw stream. Like it has to be like 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's scary when Rich does the glurp drawings, man.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Pops?
I was just thanking Eric for that highlight of our show right there.
Oh, the dildo trees and lesbian cartoon characters. That's
He
right.
didn't say nothing about Rich's art, just dildo trees.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, my fucking.
I can take over his show with one sentence. You see how it works? One sentence.
I hate you.
Look,
I hate you.
we don't have a show without you guys. RJ, you know what I'm talking about.
That's my line.
We don't have a network without you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Phil, did you see how somebody in the madness was looking for a flatter the other day?
Flatter? I don't do flats, man.
Dude, work is work.
I know.
Excuse me.
Shit, the way I get paid a page rate for regular colors, I'd hate to know what they'd offer for a flatter. I'll give you $5 a page. Get out of here.
Give me a sec.
I don't know. To me, it would depend on how fast I can flat a page. I mean, if I can turn that into $50 an hour, I'd fucking do that, dude.
I don't flat, man. I go straight to it. If I'm already sectioned out an area to work on, I might as well work on it. No sense in flattening and then going back, man.
No, obviously they have somebody else in mind to go over the flats. They just want to flat.
Now, if they want colors, that's a whole different story, man. You know.
Oh, that's what I said. They probably already have colors. They want somebody to do the flatting.
Yeah, no, I'll pass on flats.
Excuse me. Eric, you want to join us? Eric doesn't want to join us. Well, I stopped drawing, so no one else is going to be drawing here. So
There you go. I'll give you a sneak peek. I told you I'd show you something, Pops.
Oh, Christ. What's this craptastic stuff?
White devil!
Another white devil?
Yeah, this issue too, man.
Oh wow, how about that? Let me see. Wow, she's packing. Look at
Yeah,
that.
she is.
Look at that big.
She
man.
messed you up. It's the
Yeah,
Iron
I'll bet she
Butterfly,
will.
man.
He ain't talking about the sword, dude.
I'm talking about like the big bulge over here, dude. Holy shit, man! It's as big as me. Jesus Christ, she's running down for a chick. Holy Christ!
Poor Rich.
I know, right?
Then I'm working
Oh my
on
God.
this. I'm working
I
on
know, how
this
did
one
you
right
like it?
now.
All right, let's see this one.
Getting all this water divided up and sectioned out's been a pain in my ass.
Ooh, she said we.
She's a centaur now.
Oh, I just came home. I appreciate the invite. I like watching, listening, have some things to do. Yeah, I did too, but I wanted to come out here to make it complete. All right, so what are we gonna do? Am I gonna draw like all the Hanna-Barbera characters as Avengers, or am I gonna take all the Hanna-Barbera female characters and have them scissoring each other?
I'm all for the Avengers because you're on my network.
Well, then I'll just go on my own show. I'll just start a stream.
Well, yeah,
on
I mean, I'm
StreamYard
just
where it's
saying. Right
me.
now, we're going to like 8 different destinations, and probably
Yeah.
all of them are,
Let me know when it's on your channel.
Yeah. I mean, you can
I
do
will
that
be
shit
there
on
for
your
it.
channel anytime. You don't need.
I will make space on my wall for that one.
Oh God, yeah. We'll do that one on Twitter if it's still around.
It'll be around.
What's happening with all that shit now?
See, Avengers. See,
Avengers. All right.
And Eric's worried about where our minds go. Well, that's the influence of Rich, dude. That's all Rich. Okay.
Oh, I contributed.
Beneath this calm,
Rich
sex-
going all
RJ just
Mr.
got
Garrison
caught up
on
in the
us.
Oh yeah, going well on us still.
I said you're going all Mr. Garrison on us. Oh, scissor me.
Oh yeah, scissor.
Oh God, you guys are a bad influence on me, man.
That's not my fault. Yes, it is. I can't.
Oh no, nothing.
Sure.
I know nothing.
Oh no, nothing.
Okay.
Just hanging out. I'm just hanging out, waiting for Elon to drop all that Hunter Biden stuff at 5:00.
Oh jeez.
I need
Oh yeah, he's dropping it all. He's dropping how Twitter suppressed the story and everything. He's exposing the company that he bought. That's fucking great.
I gotta take this.
We'll see, because he hypes everything and never does the follow through, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, he said he's releasing Twitter's role in the suppression of that laptop story at 5:00. So,
you know
I
me.
gotta
I
gotta
care
see that
nothing.
one.
I care nothing for the Twitters, man. I've left Twitters long ago.
that doesn't matter. It's on mainstream news too, dude. It's gonna be.
I haven't paid
not
much
news.
attention to that. You know why? Because I'm too busy making comics to fucking deal with all that shit, man.
Dude, you're okay with big tech suppression and interfering in fucking in elections and all that shit? He's exposing all that shit, and you're like, okay.
No,
I'm blushing like you, John.
Because
What you guys are talking about.
That means YouTube does it. That means Facebook does it. That means all the social medias that you use are doing the same shit. He's exposing the one that he bought. Okay. If he bought them all, he'd be exposing them all. They're all the same, Phil.
Yeah, got exposed Parlor and Trope Social and all that shit.
They're all the same. I just said that. I just fucking said that.
I don't know.
They're
Like
all
I
the
said,
same.
man, he always says something and then he never follows through. So I don't
What
know.
didn't he follow through on?
Come on.
Put a
I'm not
fucking
gonna-
rocket in
you know,
space,
it's
Phil.
so little of importance to me. I don't even remember,
Put a
dude.
fucking rocket in space, Phil. Who else
After
done
the
that?
first fucking 4 blew up that they kept quiet about, man, that till it got exposed by a Freedom of Information Act.
He did it. Who else has done it, Phil? God
Like I
damn,
said,
man. The dude fucking he's broken the ground on a lot of shit, man. You know? It's like
I don't care. I just care about comics, man. I don't care what kind of mess he's stirring up over there.
I'd say it's a mess he's cleaning up over there. Just depends on your outlet.
No, it's all a mess over there, no matter who it is, man. You know, I left Twitter a long time ago because it's a
not
constant
just Twitter.
mess.
You're not listening.
Well, I don't really. The only thing I'm ever really on is maybe
Right there.
Facebook.
Right there. That makes, and Facebook is no different. Zuckerberg is fucking no different than Jack was, dude.
Yeah.
Same fucking clowns.
Didn't Facebook go to Congress for something as far as data?
Same clowns.
I thought so, probably.
Jack and Zuck were the
Zuckerturd just
Zuckerturd
was just in what was it in Congress where he's just looking like a robot and drinking water constantly.
Mark Zuckerberg is not a human being, and if he is,
Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey are the same person. Twitter and Facebook are the same, bro.
They kind of are, yeah.
The same.
They just have different.
Like I said,
formats,
I don't
but they're
care
the
because
same
all I
anyway.
post up on any of the social media is just art and comics. I give not a fuck less about all that other shit, man.
Yeah, but some of
That's
those
just
comic
out
people
my
got
way.
suppressed.
I can understand where Pops is concerned because
Those comics people have gotten suppressed by places like Twitter and Facebook.
That's why you all
They
just need to go
suppress
to
us all the
Jibber Jabber,
fucking
man.
time, dude.
Yeah.
That's why you just need to go to Jibber Jabber.
I post there more than anybody. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Screw all the rest of that. Go to Jibber Jabber.
Go back and
You know, everybody else needs to go there too.
Uncle makes some.
You see what I'm saying? I can sit there and post all day if nobody else does. Why?
Hold on, Rich has got to go make some Jiffy Pop real quick.
I already had some popcorn. I'm just watching the two of you like a tennis match, and it's like, I'm just like, all right. Like RJ and I are watching. It's like we're in an action movie, and we watch two
RJ
chicks
knows what
beating
I'm
the shit out of
saying
each
is the
other and
truth.
tear each other's clothes off. I'm like, hey, this is really cool. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
just
watch.
It's what's funny is anybody that denies that Facebook and Twitter are the same. That's funny. That's funny. Somebody say, "I'll do one, but not the other." When fucking
I'm just saying, I limit it. I limit my social media.
They
You know
hung
me,
out
Pops.
together.
Pops.
They
What have I
planned
told
shit together, dude.
Pops? What have I told you forever? When I'm on a comic stream, I like to talk about comics and art. I could give a fuck less about that other shit at this point in time, man.
I'm gonna go watch porn.
Nobody's arting.
This is.
Nobody's arting. You could be arting. You're not.
I was
am.
arting.
Okay.
I was arting. I
I can't art if I'm busy arguing with you, man.
Dude, you didn't come in here arting. You came in here talking, so we're talking. There's a difference.
I was arting, man. I tell you,
Where?
I showed you some of
You
my
showed
arting.
us something. You ain't drawn anything or colored anything on any of our streams.
You know, Rich, we can start talking about vaccinations, and this whole stream will get taken down.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Dude, I shit you not, I got the vaccination, and then a few months later, I got COVID.
Well, yeah. It's not meant to prevent transmission or reception. So what's it do?
Well, it does give it to you. You know, I think what does it do? It gives you dead versions of those cells gives you a dead version of the virus. So your white blood cells or
Like
whatever it
any
is.
vaccination.
No, that's what a
Yeah.
regular vaccine
Is that what it
does.
is? Is
not
that what a
this
regular
one.
vaccination is?
Well, yeah. I saw a video the other
That's what
night, and it
vaccine's
goes back like 2
supposed to do.
years.
Yeah.
It was a video that went back 2 years of headlines, and it was just focusing on percent, a number. And it was like 2 years ago, it was like Pfizer says 100% stops transmission and infection. And it was like 100, 100, 100. And then all of a sudden it was like 98, 95, 90, 87. And then it got down to where, no, it doesn't stop either one, but you won't feel as bad. And then it was just like, you're dead.
You won't feel as bad because you don't feel
Viruses
anything.
evolve.
You fell out.
Viruses evolve. It's just a good thing that COVID didn't evolve the way that Ebola has been evolving.
Oh.
I know.
You know why COVID evolved? Because somebody in a fucking laboratory said, what happens if we take this thing off of the one and we put it on the other? I mean, I was like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
That's like
Let's experiment with this thing we already know kills people. Woo!
There has
What
to be.
worries me with stuff like that is them playing around in the permafrost up in the Antarctic and reviving old viruses and shit, man. You've heard about the
that's John Carpenter.
That's how the thing started.
They've actually got one they brought back to life. They're calling it the zombie virus, and I'm like, oh, great.
Really?
That's really smart to do.
All right, let's push this button.
It's a dinosaur killer.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the moment that Jack Swigert stirred the tanks in Apollo 13, where it's like he just pressed the button, and all of a sudden the fucking thing exploded. It's like, oops, I shouldn't have pressed that button. Let's see if I press virus A to virus B. Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have done that one.
That's where that joke comes from. Don't touch that button.
Don't touch. Oh, God.
What does this button do? Don't touch that
button. Oh, my God, that's horrifying. Oh, that's terrible. Where'd Phil go? Where the fuck he go?
I'm still here, man.
I'm hoping the sequel to the Dread movie will have the same tone. It is the one movie I am looking forward to seeing if it actually happens. Yeah, me too. Me too.
No, the movie to see is Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear.
Oh, God.
If they do a Dread movie, I want it to be specifically written for Dread this time. Because that other movie was off another script that wasn't even to do with Dread. They just retro.
Really?
They just
I didn't know that. I liked the first Dread. The first Dread was crazy.
You mean
the one with Carl Urban?
Right. Yeah, that was another script on something totally, and they just revised it and turned it into a Dread script.
Oh, really?
So I hope with the new one that they actually write one specifically for it.
Okay.
I mean, I liked the Carl Urban one, man, but don't get me wrong, but I'd like to see one that was really made specifically for Dread.
What made you think this one wasn't?
What's what?
You look at Carl Urban as Dread, and then you think, yeah, that was Cupid on Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh, God.
That was his first job. One of his first jobs, at least.
What a sweet little boy he was that time. He made a great Bones. I'll admit, he made a pretty good Bones.
Dang, smaller hits, Pops. Smaller hits.
$10 all month. Laughing Road Games on Facebook.
What is that?
Metal.
What is it?
All month.
What is it, Pops? What is
Gods
it?
of Metal card game.
Oh, okay.
$10.
What's this about? Tell me about it.
Well, you build your rock and roll band, obviously, right? You build your band. You write songs to take out the evil baddies, the evil baddie music demons, and you have to build a song, build a band, build songs to win. And at the same time, you can be getting killed
by the record execs.
Usually, you end up dying once or twice in this game and having to be brought back. It's kind of what happens.
So, what, you actually write songs, or is that just like cards that you pull up and
you
stuff?
have to put together a beginning, middle, and end.
Oh, okay.
Create a full song, and it's a card game, so you don't always draw the card you want, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It kind of reminds me of
I mean, we've demoed it. We've demoed it on the channel a couple of times. If you look at Madness Gaming playlist, you can watch us playing it.
Okay, cool. I'll check it out.
Max played it. Max likes it.
Greg Shinn did a comic book called The Rascals, Rascals with a W, and it was a rock band of anthropomorphic rabbits. And their van breaks down at a crossroads, and an abandoned, nobody around at the crossroads. And sure enough, there's a goat at the crossroads, an anthropomorphic goat. And they can't figure out why their van stopped. And he says, "Hey, why don't we do a little?"
Came down to Georgia.
Yeah, a little Robert Johnson at the crossroads. So they play their song, and it was better than his. And he says, "Okay, you beat me. Here's your reward." And he cursed them. He's like, "You will always run into the supernatural horrors until you write a song better than that one." And then it's like Scooby-Doo from that point forward. Anywhere they go, there's world-ending supernatural catastrophe, and they all ended up with these like supernatural gifts that allow them to see it. And it's hilarious.
That sounds interesting.
I still want to. I just want to see fucking Cocaine Bear. I don't give a shit.
You do want to see Cocaine Bear, trust
I
me.
want to see Cocaine Bear. I have to fucking see. I grew up
Yeah,
reading
I have
Dread.
a
I read
customer to
the
take
I
care of.
want to know who decided they're going to make a movie called Cocaine
That's
Well, they
based
made-
on real events.
Hold up. Is
Well,
this
look,
from,
they made a
was this
movie
from
called
the meth-
Fire.
Was this
you
from the
know.
Methigator? Did this story evolve out of the
Methigator?
Methigator?
No, this was a real thing that happened in Kentucky. And it was this real. There was a drug lord. He did fall out the back of a plane. He died 10 miles away on impact. And his cocaine got scattered out the back of the plane. And the plane flew off and crashed in Georgia. And they found a
Holy
bear
shit.
who was dead
It's an actual
next
fucking
to a
thing.
duffel bag of cocaine that he had eaten and gotten into.
What the
So there was none
fuck?
of this bear attacks. It just killed him flat out.
What would even prompt the bear to do that? It's not like it smelled like food or anything, man. So that's
Yeah, but see, they sniff shit, right? So he
Right.
that bag is busted open, and he walks up and goes, "That's all it takes. His ass
and
done."
then he's like, "Oh, hey, what's this? All right, yeah,
That's
woo."
gonna stop his heart in a fucking minute, dude. You know.
He's like, "Woo! I can get a whole
Yeah.
bunch of stuff ready for hibernation, man."
He didn't do a line. He did a bag.
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus,
think how big that nose is, dude.
Trailer.
You know?
Someone play that trailer. Someone play that trailer, man.
What is it?
Yeah, that's the trailer for Cocaine
the
Bear.
Cocaine Bear, man.
Cocaine
Is
Bear,
there a
play it.
trailer for it?
Are we gonna get struck over it?
Nah,
Probably not. No.
We could talk
we'll
over
get
it. And it
struck. The
probably
worst you get is
wouldn't,
a
man.
claim, which means they'd get some of the money. Which, what is it? You know.
Yeah, no, right? Like a couple of pennies. There's no actual. I don't think there's any actual songs that are copyrighted on this thing.
No. There's. It's not a musical thing. It's a trailer. Everybody's been playing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't wait. This
Now it's this live action.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Animated would be hilarious.
that's what I was wondering. It almost sounds like some that
See now,
that'd be
animated, I could see, but here
It'd
we
be like
go.
a John Crick-Falusi.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Medic!
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Beth, we should go.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
Too funny. Too freaking funny.
Look, it's
I'm looking
Felicity.
for my daughter's.
Forest is a dangerous
Where's
place.
that?
Hey, Henry, check it out.
Gary
Something got
Russell.
into it. A deer, maybe?
Yeah, man. Should we try
A
some?
lot of cocaine was lost. I need you.
Oh my God! Really, Yoda?
No, don't eat that. Don't eat
What
that.
the fuck?
Oh,
Let's see
Jesus.
what kind of effect that has on
The bear.
God.
He fucking did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
There was a bear.
A bear?
It was four.
Hey!
Oh my God!
Holy shit.
Oh, who's the woman? Who the fuck's the woman?
I don't know, dude.
Oh my God! Keep
That's
playing it.
inappropriate.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
Higher, baby.
Oh shit.
Get higher,
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with a man forever.
baby. Apex predator.
All right, damn it. I'm gonna go see this.
Higher, baby. High on cocaine. Out of its mind. Oh man, you fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with that bear?
Baby.
Shoot it, man!
Baby.
Beth!
higher, baby. And don't ever come down.
We have such good luck in nature.
Tell me you don't want to see this.
Crap.
And then in the sequel, he moves to Miami and becomes a kingpin.
Oh my God,
dude! This has to be followed up with a Methigator. It has to.
Oh, Kerry Russell's in it. That's who that is.
It has to.
Felicity.
Yeah, Felicity. Scott Seiss. I forgot who that guy is. Christopher.
The EMT guy. There's the EMT guy's a comedian, and his whole bit. You find him on YouTube and Twitter all the time. He's the IKEA worker, and people ask him questions. He's like, they come up and ask me a question. They say, "Can you do this?" And then he starts the dramatic music, and he starts leaning and says, "No, I can't do this because I'm not." You have to see him. I can't do his bit.
I know who you're talking about. This guy. He's like, he decides to talk. He talks about how unfair labor practices. That's what he does. He goes against them. The Kaeun Kim, the girl in the ambulance, she's kind of hot. I have a thing for Chinese chicks and stuff like that. No,
you're always hungry an hour after.
I know, right? Tell me that's why do you think I fucking keep eating? You know? That's stupid. Ray Liotta's there. That's his last fucking role, man. Is it me, or is like all the classic actors that we
Rich.
all the classic actors that we know of, the last movie that they're in is the shittiest movie that they could possibly be in. First it was Gene Kelly with Xanadu, then it was Raul Julia with fucking Street Fighter, and now here he is, Ray Liotta in fucking Cocaine Bear. Christ.
How dare you?
Exactly.
They were just doing to fill the time, man.
God, and that's why they died, because they lost whatever cinematic dreams they had. And they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna die, fuck," and then that's it. Oh man,
I've got a customer.
Gotcha, bitch.
So, I'm gonna leave y'all to it, and I'm gonna go make some money.
You have a customer.
I've got a customer I got to take care of.
That's
mailing out some comics next week.
Connery.
He wants to talk to me, so.
All right, man, go take care of your business.
See you guys.
I'll talk
Thanks
to you.
for showing up, dude. Thanks for showing up.
Hello, Quentin.
Hey, Quint.
Dr. Roxo, and I do cocaine.
Oh, God.
Sean Connery.
That's right. His last movie was
like your mother tobacco.
And then he died about a decade after, too, man. Horrible.
You're a pompous ass, Trebek.
You're a pompous ass. Trebek. That's what I did with your mother last night. Guys, I'm going to get going because I haven't slept. I'm glad we had a cool DrawStream and stuff. I'm glad everybody showed up. And
show that thing again before you go. What'd you draw?
Watch when you tell him that. Show that thing again. It's like that's the
dude. Good stuff.
El Kabong.
I like I added El Kabong. The only thing missing was like Marcy drew El Kabong, but she gave him my facial hair so that it was Pops Kabong. It's back there on the wall. It's back there,
Except it was Pops the Bong.
Pops Kabong.
The
Eric,
Bong.
we will see you later, man. Guys,
Get on, Rich.
I'll
Phil,
see you later, man.
Good day. I'm gonna play a couple commercials and get the hell out of here.
All right, Phil, I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, catch you guys later, man.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Hi, I'm Kurt Zauer, and you're watching the Madness Comic Network.
Whoop.
Fuck with the dudes that do this for a living. And if you want it with us, we don't care. Look into our eyes and you see no fear and no remorse for the words that we speak on our mind. Working overtime.
Hey,
lights out. I told you before to call me Jimmy, didn't see semi-automatics, but I see plenty of these faggots coming through claiming niggas skills and they don't really have it. Y'all don't really work with tech. Addicts, feckers got my back. The fact that's all I really need. I don't need start. I'm fucking with them platinum plaques. When I got Doc Cap and IDS, we got hot on the track. No more beefing and no more diss. I finally got all the monkeys off my back. Stick on the floor and y'all already got all the money that you say you got. I don't really care, don't say what I want, so maybe one of these days I'm making shot. I blew up fast, these people ever thought I would've could. The kid when I heard y'all try to shoot me down, but still I stood. Y'all already know I stand tall, I can't follow.
Come get some.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz
how to drive.
hands. Jazz hands are done.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.